Week 4 is in the books, and that means we need to turn our attention over to Week 5, John Daigle. Let's help the people out with some key waiver pickups served by Applebee's, starting off with Justin Jackson of the Los Angeles Chargers. We know that Austin Ekeler is out multiple weeks with a hamstring injury, and these backs have been much more productive with Justin Herbert in the lineup.
Justin Jackson came off the bench for Austin Ekeler, and yes, he was out-carried by Joshua Kelly 9-6 and out-targeted 3-2. But this has still been a two-headed backfield every week of the season. And remember, Kelly's actually fumbled in both of the past 2 games. So there could be a sneaky role here for Jackson moving forward until Eckler's ready to return healthy.
And we've seen 2 backs fantasy viable in previous games so far this year with the Chargers, and just getting that receiving work, whoever's going to get that between Jackson and Kelly is a big signal for us to go after. All right, next one. We know that Nick Chubb is out for multiple weeks with an MCL issue up in Cleveland. Enter Diontae Johnson, who was very productive on Sunday. I know he's available in 97% of Yahoo leagues out there. One, Daigle, introduce the world to Diontae Johnson, and 2, this is absolutely a backfield that can support 2 ball carriers like we saw on Sunday with over 300 rushing yards for the Browns.
I used to watch Dearness Johnson and the Orlando Apollos over half-price appetizers at Applebee's. And he came in for Nick Chubb and handled a team-high 13 carries. We expect Kareem Hunt to be more involved in a 70-30, 80-20 split most likely, because remember, Kareem Hunt missed 2 practices last week and got in a limited session on Friday and thus was held to only 11 carries. But he still looked explosive. And without Nick Chubb moving forward, he will still be the 1A back. But we think Dearness Johnson can fill in as a possible flex option as the runner behind him.
And Kareem Hunt might be a top 10, top 5 running back in the games that Nick Chubb misses. All right, let's close it out with Damien Harris, another running back with the New England Patriots. He was pulled off injured reserve, missed the first 3 weeks of the NFL season. In fact, he's now has been flipped with Sony Michel, who's on injured reserve himself. And what we've seen with Damien Harris so far, the Monday Night Football game is going on right now, but we see Damien Harris with 17 carries for 100 yards.
The Patriots clearly trust Damien Harris after a explosive preseason and camp, only seeing him move to injured reserve because he had to have late camp pinky surgery and an injury. But Harris's carries tonight are actually the most for any Patriots back in any game throughout the entire season. They clearly trust him, they clearly like him, and he clearly looks good. So without Sony Michel for the next 3 games at least, we should expect Harris to lead this backfield in both carries and even potentially touches.
And what we saw and heard from media reports during training camp was that Damien Harris was a dangerous player in the receiving game. We didn't see any of that on Monday night, so it might be a little layer he adds onto his game moving forward. Those were the key waiver pickups for Week 5, served by Applebee's.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.